she was champion, as stated before. Very good championship run. One of the actually, she's tied with Bailey for the longest singles. Well, I mean, not tied with Bailey for the longest, but one of the longest. And she was champ for 380 days. And this is Rhea Ripley we talking about. But since she is no longer women's champion, the belt is vacated. And think about it is I have 3 candidates, 3 who will be the next women's champion, who has the chance to win it. Now it's obvious who the person that attacked Rhea Ripley could be the next women's champion. Who am I talking about? Who am I talking about? We are talking about the one and only, who has been getting a lot of storylines, a lot of build. Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan could be the next women's champion. We know that she had a rivalry with Rhea. As she stated, Rhea attacked her, put on the show for many, many months. And we know Liv just came back not too long ago. We also know that she was competing in the Elimination Chamber for a shot at Rhea's title when Rhea was champion, did not win. We also know she had a feud with Becky Lynch, the number 1 contender at that time for the women's champion. And she lost to Becky. But we know that Liv could be very well, good chance to be new champion. I'm not so big on this heel Liv Morgan. I like the perky, good Liv Morgan. But we know Liv Morgan, it seemed like a tweener and showing signs of a heel turn when she cut this type of promo like this.
This is karma at its very finest, and Rhea got exactly what she deserved.
So yeah, Liv Morgan has no remorse whatsoever for Miss Rhea Ripley, Mommy, as they call her Mommy. Yep. So she definitely will be a number 1 contender to get it. Gerard said, I love the bonus round. I'm glad no one beat Rhea. Just curious who deserves it. By the way, if the mid-card title is successful in NXT, will transfer to the main roster. I think the mid-card on NXT is a test run to see how it will run. It could very well go to main roster. I think because the women's roster is very stacked on NXT as well as the main roster, they may just keep it on NXT and main roster get their own women's Intercontinental Championship. So I think they're testing it out. But let's see what else you say about Liv Morgan. You said Liv Morgan don't deserve it. Sorry, but not impressed with the promo. But, I'm not buying to this whole Liv Morgan as a heel. I'm not buying into it. I'm not. She seemed better off as a baby face or a tweener. That's how I see it. I'm not so big on that right now at this given point in time. I don't know. That's just me. I'm not really buying to that right now. Can she get over as a heel? If it's constructed right, maybe just maybe she'll get over. But I do see her maybe at close to the top of the list as far as being a contender or even being the next women's world champion. I could at least say that about her. I could at least say that. Who knows? But it wouldn't surprise me though. She because remember, she didn't have no match at WrestleMania. She wasn't even on the card. So we could only tell if they're gonna finally do something with her character. Only time would tell, But that's how I see the whole thing going down. But that's just me. That's how I see the whole thing. I don't know. That's at least how I would structure that with Liv Morgan. But she definitely. You say you want a Liv Morgan that a heel Liv Morgan that might get you interested. If it's done right, possibly. You said Rhea's not my mommy. Jada Parker could be my mommy, Chelsea Green. Gerard, you funny, man. But anyway, you something else, man. But you say you're buying into a Liv Morgan heel. Maybe. I don't know. She gotta have that fire and that edge to be a proper heel. If you got the heel, that's the part we have with Roxanne Perez on NXT. She's a heel, but everyone's not buying into it, even though I would like to see that happen. And it is happening now. I'm trying to see, can I get the same vibe with Liv Morgan? Get that little fire in you. Even Roxanne Perez on NXT, who is the champion, has that fire in her. I just want to see more fire in her, and they're starting to do that with her attacking Rhea Ripley and make her vacate the title. Maybe that'll work. Maybe that will work for her. You know, I would like to see what the next move going to be with that. But definitely, I would like to see what happens next with that. Because it would be amazing to see how they would structure that out. You know, well, than that, I'm all for it if it's done correctly. If it ain't done correctly, then it's going to be a waste of time. It's going to be a waste of time. That's how I see the whole thing going down. They got to do it right or don't do it at all. That's how I see the whole scenario. That's how I see the whole scenario. If that, got to do it correctly, because it's going to be a waste of a whole run. It's going to be a waste. It'll be a whole waste if it's not done properly. And that's what we want. We want it done properly. We want it done ran right. We don't want it all over the place. Chelsea J, probably crazy, man. Yeah, fire. Yeah, it's important for the heel to have fire. That's what we need out of Liv Morgan in order for her to complete this heel turn, if it's going to be complete at all, and have her be a proper heel and put her stuff over, especially if she's going to be the champion. Let's be honest. We want that out of her. That's the only way that would be constructed correctly. Now, you said Roxanne Perez as a heel. I'm not buying to it, but I'm just not sold she come off as cuckoo. Yeah, she do seem kind of crazy, and I don't think that's a storyline, Gerard. I think Roxanne seemed a little crazy in real life. She's too much into it. Chelsea green card. Yep, Chelsea green card. Definitely. Now I would love to see that happen. Give to Shane or Nia. Well, we'll get into that in a second. One thing you did say, Gerard, that's what they're doing now, and I think that's what they're going to do with Liv Morgan. You said the Morgan revenge tour can't get over. She gets a wrecking attack random baby faces. Yeah, like I said, you got to be constructed right. If you don't do it right, don't do it at all. And that's all I'm saying regarding this whole Liv Morgan thing, period. It got to be done right. Because if not, it's going to be all for nothing. And that's all we want as fans. Because it ain't done right, trust me, it'll be a complete waste of time. As a whole. It'll be a whole waste. And that's what we don't want, for if she